Did you get yourself some popcorn? Yeah, you got some water? Good. I love that. Now, is that one mine? Do I get the rest of that? You're not sharing? I'm going to send my aunt after you. Okay, all right, we got it. Now, as I said in the beginning, if you haven't made your reservations, we have another show tomorrow with the Music, Magic, Comedy, and Dance. And then if you're having fun today, tell a friend about next week. I know we have a few seats left for this same show next Saturday. All right, I think we're getting ready to start. Are you ready? All right. How many, I'm just curious, how many of you, I gotta put my hand up so I can see, know Louis Ronkin personally? Yeah? So there's a lot of Lake Park people here and Holly people. How many of you have been friends of Auntie Creamsaugen? Yeah? And how many of you have seen them down in the Rio Grande Valley or down in the Mesa area? Yeah, good. I'm gonna come stay with you in January then. That's great. I know that they'll be doing some more performing down there, as well as Auntie Creamsaugen will be at the Hoostfest. So check that out and see her there. All right, it is time to start the second half of the show. Please welcome back Mr. Louis Ronkin and Auntie Creamsaugen.
Hello, everybody. Are you ready to sing along with us a little bit? You know the song Side by Side? Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. You know it? All right, let's sing it. Here we go. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and funny, but we travel along, singing a song side by side. Good, everybody. Don't know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side by side.
All through all kinds of weather, what if the sky should fall?
As long as we're together,
It really doesn't matter at all.
doesn't matter at all. We all had our troubles and heartaches.
We're
The same as we started, just traveling along, singing a song, side by side. Hey, give yourselves a hand. That was great.
You
Hey,
telling some stories.
all right, you will get Buddy ready. I'll tell some stories. How many of you know that old song, School Days? School Days. Good old-fashioned rule days. Remember it? Say the words to me. Reading and writing and arithmetic taught to the tune of a hickory stick. You were my queen in calico. I was bashful, barefoot beau. You wrote on my slate, I love you so, when we were a couple of kids. Okay? I'm going to play it, and I would like you to sing it with me. And if the ladies would go, you were my queen in calico, and the guys would say, I was your bashful, barefoot beau. And then we'll all sing. Okay? Let's do it. Here we go. School days, dear old golden rule days, reading and writing and arithmetic, great, taught to a tune of a hickory stick. Ladies, you were my queen in calico, I was your bashful barefoot beau. Fellas, you wrote on my slate, I love you so, when we were a couple of kids. Hey, give yourself a hand, that was great. I was really worried that there were too many young people that didn't know that old song that we used to sing. I wrote some new words for it though. It goes like this. School days, remember the old-fashioned rule days. You were the lead in the high school play. I was in trouble most every day. Member athletics and cheerleading fun, the bus ride to Snooze Hollow, he once called me hun. We wore saddle shoes and danced to the blues when we were a couple of kids. School joys, we danced with those good-looking cool boys. Canute carved his name on my high school desk. That was before he grew hair on his chest. I married him 60 years today, for better or worse, the old-fashioned way. I was so glamorous and he was so amorous when we were a couple of kids. Yeah! Thank you. Oh my goodness. How many been to their class reunion lately? Oh, hutta matuta. I remember the old days in the 60s when we went to the first class reunion. Oh, we always like to lose a little weight, don't we, girls? So we look really cute, you know. Yeah, and so that was here. I got to lay my ukulele down here so I can steadier. Oh, dear me. Well, she's going to be all right, I think. Anyway, thank you for singing with me. But you know, we like to lose some weight, don't we, before our class reunion. So I went and joined up with Snappy Fitness. I said I want to take off 15 pounds. They put us in different classes, you know. Yeah, my class, they put us on a bran diet. Bran diet. Morning, noon, night, bran, and then they exercised us. Oh, terrible. I sweat like a Hereford. And then you have to hang on, you know, because all that bran really gets you going. So one day I even went to the office and I called the incontinence hotline. I called the number. Incontinence hotline, can you hold, please? But I will tell you, one day after a good workout, I was walking out, and you know, I went by the sauna, and there were two girls in the sauna, young ones, you know, with the tight-fitting skin. They were sitting in there. Oof, that got dark in here. And they were sitting, I need a little bit more light, if you can put a little bit more light on. Yeah, sure. Well, anyway, there. Oh, that was good. I got to see some of these people, you know, because I decided I was going to have a sauna. And yeah, I did. I said, by hooky, I'm going to have a sauna, and I need something to sit on too, because those two girls with the tight-fitting skin were in there sitting, and I went to the toilet and took off all my clothes. And I came out there, and one of them went like this. I didn't care. I paid for it. I thought, no sir. I walked right over and sat right down alongside of her. And all of a sudden I heard a little click, 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 and I looked over, and she's going like this on her wrist, see. I said, what on earth are you doing? She said, I suppose you've never heard of this. She said, I have a microchip in my wrist and I can text anytime I want, she said. You sure aren't very much in the know, she said. Smarty. I sat there, I didn't care. Pretty soon I heard a little ring, 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 and I looked over and here the girl on the other side, she's talking to her armpit. Like this. After the workup, I really was hoping she wouldn't come and stick her nose in my armpit. I said, so what is this all about? I looked over and I suppose you haven't heard of this either. She said, I have a microchip under my arm and I can talk on my cell phone anytime I want. She said, boy, you sure got a long ways to go technology-wise, she said. I finally had enough of this put down. I went to the toilet. I got a long piece of toilet paper. I pinched it in my hiney. And I came out dragging it. And the one, she poked the other and she went. She said, what's this all about? She said. I said, what? Well, she said, what is all that about? And so I looked behind and I said, well, looky here. Someone is sending me a fax. Got her, I tell you. Well, finally it came the day of the reunion, And they had a parade. We marched in the parade, yeah. My friend Helga and I, we decided we would march with the rest of the class, see. It was hot, hoofda. It was sticky and it was awful. We got to the end and she said, Creamsagan, let's sneak into the high school and take a shower, she said. Okay, I said, that's good. So we were standing there in the shower and pretty soon she looked at me and she pointed and laughed. And I said, Helga, that's not nice of you to point and laugh at my naked body. Well, she said, that is the ugliest belly button I've ever seen. I said, okay, if we march in a parade again, you carry the flag. You think of that every time you see a parade now. That thing looks like a belly button, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, we were getting our clothes on, and you know what happened? I slipped on the wet floor and fell on and broke the 2 front teeth out of my false teeth. Yeah. And now I have to go to the banquet tomorrow and see all my old friends with tooth. She said, let's go downtown. Let's see if we can find a dentist. Okay. Let's do that. So we did. And there was dentist up on a big sign and we went in. I asked if they could fix it. Yeah, they could. Yes, sit down. So we did. And the dentist was down the hall, and Helga says, do you think we know him? I don't know. I don't think so. Bald-headed, a little bit of gray around here, lots of wrinkles and a big wobble-gobble here. A little pot belly like this, and he's walking from room to room. I said, we don't know him. He's too old. Way too old. So then they called my name and I went back and I sat down in the chair and I said, you look a little familiar. I said, are you from Snooze Hollow? And he said, yeah, I am. Oh, really? I said, did you go to school here in Snooze Hollow? And he said, yeah, I did. Really? What year did you graduate? He said, 1956. Really? I said, you were in my class. And that bald-headed little bit of gray with lots of wrinkles and the wobble-gobble and the pot belly, he looked right at me. He said, what did you teach? Terrible. So I got my tooth fixed anyway. It's time for the banquet. So I had lost 15 pounds, girls. I was whistle bait. I had a new leather skirt and I was standing at the bus stop because I had to take the bus across town to the auditorium there, the ballroom. Standing like we really know we look good, girls like this. And the bus came, and I grabbed a hold of the handle, and I couldn't get my foot up on the first step. My skirt was too tight. So I just reached back and unzipped her a little bit, see? Grabbed a hole and I hopped a little bit, like this. No, I couldn't make it. So I reached back, I unzipped it a little bit more. Then I took a run at it. Grabbed the hole, I still couldn't get it up on that. And for the third time, I couldn't get it up there. Pretty soon there were these, I pulled her down again all the way. And then I just was ready to go when all of a sudden these two big hands came from behind. They lifted me right up and put me right up on the third step. I swung around, I hit him and his glasses flew. And I said, "Don't you touch me there." He said, "I really thought we were pretty good friends, lady. You had unzipped my pants 3 times. Well, we got to the surf ballroom. Oh, I got a table sitting with lots of my classmates. Oh, I wasn't at all happy with the ones I got to sit with, you know. The one lady, she was the shy girl in class. And I said, "Well, what are you doing these days?" She said, "Well, I've been married 4 times, she said. 4 times? You're shy? Hootabatuta, whatever happened to you?" Well, she said, "You know, I always wanted to marry for money." So she said, "I married this really rich guy. And then he got in an accident and was killed. Then I met an actor. Oh, and he was charming, and I fell in love with him, and I got married to him. But he was up on a scaffold, and he fell down and broke his neck, and he was killed too. Oh, now I'm feeling sorry for her." And then she said I had to go to grief counseling, and I fell in love with the minister.